Okay, so I have what some people may consider very unpopular um, thought process here, but me really not care. So, me just like a voice how me feel regardless. This is my opinion, and my daughter and I had this discussion over the weekend, and we were talking about just general conversation, but then we started talking about the whole Weinstein thing, the R. Kelly thing, the Bill Cosby thing, and all those stuff. And something really came to mind, and I've thought about this before, and I think that, and listen, let me just say, I am by no means, in no shape or form, feel like any form of assault, especially sexual assault, is supposed to be just looked over, or people must have suffer the consequences of somebody actually going through a rape, you know, an assault, like somebody really, you weren't, whether or not you were supposed to be where you are or wearing whatever, but ain't nobody supposed to take your body without you giving them permission to. Okay, rape is a very serious thing. um it has come close to happening to me at one point in my life. um and I've known, I personally know people who have gone through this, like, and it's very devastating. So I'm by no means condoning any form of assault, any form of rape, okay? However, comma, full stop, okay? I feel like some of these women need to be jailed. Some of these women need to go to prison, or their asses need to pay retribution to these men. I'm going to tell you why. It's going to weed out all of the false accusations, all of the, okay, well, I didn't get what I want, so I'm going to call rape. It's going to weed out all of this, I he didn't leave his wife for me, so I'm gonna call rape. I didn't get enough money, so I'm gonna call rape. Everybody else jumping on the bandwagon, so I'm gonna call it rape. It's gonna just eliminate these people, and have true victims come forward. True victims of rape come forward, right? Because I don't think it is fair that you can destroy a person's entire life and livelihood off of a lie, and you know within your nasty ass self that you went and gave that ass up. You went and gave that ass up, but because you're mad, now it's rape. Huh? What you doing there? Why? And why you went back? If this is rape, because there's a lot of there's a lot of scenarios where, oh, they will say, oh, they got raped, but then they were being raped over a period of time. Are you freaking? You get raped once from that one person, okay, and you don't go back. If you go back, that's not rape. That is not rape if you went back again and again, and especially if you benefited in some way, shape, or form. I don't understand how these women are getting away with this thing. I feel there's supposed to be some form of law that is put into place that says if we find out that you put this man behind bars, robbed him of his 10, 15, 20 years of life, or stripped him or defamed him of his assets because now you done scarred his name and drag it through the dirt, I feel they need to pay back all of that. I feel they need to pay back all of that. There should be consequences for people who go and lie. That's somebody's son, that's somebody's husband, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody's uncle. That's no, you can't. Women are not supposed to be allowed to do that. Women are men. It's well, you know. They're not. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. And while I understand that the law is there to protect us as women, I mean, there should be something put in place to protect our brothers or fathers or sons. Yeah. I've known people who have had accusations against their son, and thank God it turned out not to be true, obviously. We know that. But then again, you're always going to say, oh, well, you're always going to want to vote for the person who you know. And I feel like if you know, you know, right? I mean, I don't think I am the only one who thinks or feel this way in terms of these women need to be punished. And once there's something put in place to punish these females from just getting up and just lying on a man for no reason at all, or because they're mad, or because you for whatever reason, but it's a lie. No, if it's the truth, as I said, if it's the truth, I am all for it. You need to and report it immediately. Why we coming 10, 15, 20, 30 years after saying that we got raped when we were 21, but now we 50 something, and this is when I need to I still don't buy that. I don't get that. You get raped, it's supposed to be reported immediately. Immediately. I don't care who the person is. If it was that devastating to you, if you felt like this was so scarring, you should have reported it. I'm not buying. I'm not for the hype. And for the ones who, and for the, and another thing is, these young women who go, like in the R. Kelly case, or whoever, Weinstein, whoever, that went and they said that they were underage girls. And where are your parents at? Huh? There's no way my 16-year-old is going to leave, go somewhere for 2 weeks, and I don't know where you're at. Are you going to? No, wherever you're going, whatever deal there is, whatever it is that you need to do. There's gonna be an adult. I'm not sending you off nowhere at 16 by yourself, especially in the music. What? And these people were free to leave whenever, right? They were free to leave whenever, but they chose. Listen, I don't know. I may get some slack for this, but I really don't. Again, I actually don't give a shit, because this shit needs to stop. It needs to stop. It's funny, but it's not funny, because you're talking about devastating somebody's or tearing down somebody's entire livelihood, life, destroying them on a lie. And we use the fact that because we are women, we, if we tell enough, we make up the story good enough where there can be a shadow of a doubt, you destroy somebody's entire life. No, some of these mother suckers are guilty. Again, I am not talking about the guilty ones. I'm talking about a lot of these men that were devastated, financially and otherwise, by lies that were told on them. And then a lot of times they don't bounce back from that. They don't bounce back from that because it follows them. And you rob people. The money you can get back, but when you rob people of time, men have been in prison for 10 years because of a lie that was told. And how do you even sleep at night knowing that you lied about that? And there are really true victims out there. True victims out there that need to have their story told, And you make it bad for other women who really have gone through that devastating time, experience. Like, y'all need to stop. Something needs to be put in place that will stop women from freaking lying on these men after you went and gave up the ass, and then for whatever reason you decide that I don't like the fact that you didn't return my call. I don't like the fact that I didn't get what I want, so I'm going to destroy him and call rape. That is not cool. Y'all need to be locked the hell up. Not only lock up, whatever time the person served, you need to serve that time. So if you robbed him of 10 years, you need to go to prison for 10 years. You need to go to prison for 10 years. If he would have made $1 million, you need to pay that money back. You need to pay it back. Not the government, not, anybody. You need to pay that back. Yeah? Yeah? That's just how I feel. In my opinion. But yeah, this is a very sad case. I don't know if there is a law out there. It's not that I don't know of. And if there isn't, they need to put one in place. That men are supposed to be compensated when it's a lie. When it has been proven that it is a lie. On need for go to prison. The whole on need for go jail, on need for go prison, on need for pay back the man them money, them livelihood that them they miss, right? On need for pay back all of that. That's how I feel. The whole on no too wicked. That's somebody's child, that's somebody's father, that's somebody's brother. And you go with your lying with your lying tongue and cut down a person's entire livelihood. On a wicked man, on a wicked bad. And I need to stop it and be punished. Need to be punished. Whatever happened to them, you all need to compensate the ass. There should be a law put in place that if a woman falsely accuses a man of rape, and he's sent to prison on your word and your testimony, right? He is sent to prison, or he lost his job or his position, or you are supposed to pay him back every last cent. And if it was money and he went to jail, your whatever time he served to the day, you need to serve that time. I guarantee you it would weed out a lot of this buffoonery that go on when it comes on to that arena. On the need for stop it. On the need for stop it. And the fact that nowadays you can have a 5-year-old who can decide, you know, what they want, what they want their sex to be, but you telling me that a 16-year-old couldn't give consent, and they had no idea what was being done, and you know, a 16-year-old in this time and age don't have no idea that they were being abused, or you know, sexually manipulated, and a 16-year-old. In my days, which was a long time ago, maybe because I was a fast ass myself, at 16, you gotta be kidding me. And again, where are the parents? Where your mother? Where's your father? Where your mama there? Where your papa there? Where are your parents? Did anybody miss you? Like, you left for a week, 2 weeks, and just been flown out to wherever, and yeah. And does this only happen to people that we know in the public eye? Or would you have done that to some broke ass person around the road there, so? Would it be an issue if you had gone to Ray them round the street and could give up some ass, and and then you decide to change your mind, which you have the right to, right? In that moment, you have the right to. But when you go back around there, not twice, not 3 times, but several times, and then decides on the 10th hour, it is rape. Yeah, he's been raping me 10 times. But you went home. You didn't have to go back there. It's a different scenario when the person is captured. Somebody tie you up somewhere. There is physical abuse, mental abuse, you know, just a horrible situation. Because you're captured. So you can't go anywhere. Okay? You're not consenting to nothing. They are abusing you. Right? In every which way. Different story. But you telling me that you were raped 10 times by the same person, that you left, came back, left again, came back. Okay. And then you didn't tell anybody because, really? Really? That's what you want to hide from somebody? That's what you want to hide from your parents? The fact that you are being abused? Sexually abused? Oh, okay. Anywho, again, that's just my opinion. I just feel like when you falsely accuse these men, you should pay in one way or the other. They went to prison, you going to prison. They lost some money, you paying back every cent. It's not fair. It is not fair.